Alright, so we're back here and we just need to talk to Squall real quick. Just kidding, you don't need to talk to Squall at all. We've gotten back to Hollow Bastion because the game has made us go back there. So what we're going to do next is head over here to Sid, because we need to talk to Sid and get the story moving forward, because since we got kicked out of Hollow Bastion, we need to find a new way to get there, and our boy Sid knows the best way to get there. So make sure you're hitting that triangle and X button. Make that text move as fast as possible. And he's going to say we need to go to the waterway. However, we don't need to do the Trinity, especially since we did the English skip. What we're going to do is take advantage of the warp, because it's just faster in general. And we're going to actually warp to Merlin's house. Now, if you're running this on standard, we would just talk to Merlin and go down to the cavern. But since we're on Proud, we're going to pick up Mushu for XP 0 strat at End of the World. So let's go ahead and pick up Mushu right now. And now we can go over here and talk to Merlin. To the cavern we go, because we're going to go down and grab the gummy ship piece and then see Kyrie and get Oathkeeper, which we will not be using. Well, we will be using it, but not for damage. Alright, so we got that. Let's go over here to see Kyrie. And once again, classic Kingdom Hearts scene where there's a couple boxes of text and then an actual cutscene afterwards. So we got Oathkeeper. We also had that final mix additional scene that we skipped, because we're trying to go fast. And we're going to dodge roll ourselves up here and go see Sid again via save warp. I didn't mean to hit that. You don't want to hit this Trinity. It does nothing. I was just super duper close to the save point in Trinity and I didn't notice the Trinity was there. So accessory shop once again. And if you're curious, no, we don't use Ragnarok. Its damage is garbage for the run, and there's a lot of bosses just immune to magic, so it's like no point of even using it. But we'll get our gummy ship fixed up. And remember the Haste 2G that we got from Hollow Bastion the first visit? Well, we need to go ahead and deck it out on a gummy ship here. Which you may be wondering, like, why even do that if we're literally like at the end of the game? Well, we're trying to be the fastest gamer possible, so we need to do that for optimal times. Every second is another second saved, and that means a lot. Make sure you're just pressing triangle to go through that text. Go back to the garage, and we'll do our last gummy ship menu. There she goes. We're going to save that, and our gummy ship can go hella quick, and it can also die hella quick. So we're going to make our way back to Hollow Bastion for the second visit. And this part is very, very awful because you can literally just die super duper easy. Especially since your gummy ship is mad fast. It is a bad time. We're going to go ahead and take this warp though. And now, we're not going to do this whole segment because we can quit out after the second the screen change. So keep your eyes peeled for that. That way we can save a couple seconds of not having to go through this. I'm trying to get some freaking HP before I start speeding up again. That's why I was like, Elio, how come you're not speeding up right now? I needed some freaking HP, bro. It is extremely easy to die here. It's not even funny how easy it is to die. But that's the first screen change right here. And on the second screen change, we're going to wait for a moment. And then we're going to quit out. And that will automatically put us back to Hollow Bastion, without having to do the entire gummy ship route. Which, once again, easy time save. Just got to watch out for these rings over here. So we're going to speed up, wait for that second screen to change, and once these guys pop up, we're going to hit select world. And now, ta-da! We are back at Hollow Bastion. And just like that, dude, buttery smooth. Which, you really gotta pay attention, especially in Proud runs with this freaking gummy ship, because it is just so easy to die. Alright, so we can keep Donald and Goofy in a party. Not a super big deal right now. We will swap out for Beast. But actually, I lied. We're going to get rid of Donald and we're going to put Beast in our party. Because Beast offers a lot more DPS than Donald. And while Donald does heal, we don't exactly need his heals if we aren't getting hit. So we're going to make our way back up to Hollow Bastion. Once again, trying to skip whatever that you can as you're traversing through the area, just to make things easier on yourself. And this isn't something that you have to do on standard, because you don't have to really worry about damage. But on Proud, what I like to do is come over here and grab Divine Rose. Once again, on standard, Oblivion is perfectly fine to get that if you want, but I'm going to pick up Divine Rose because it's added a lot of stability to my end game in Proud, and that's very, very important. So we're going to head back to the library. Because Divine Rose got a buff in Final Mix, it actually does more damage than Oblivion, and we don't lose out on that MP that Oblivion takes away. This is unskippable, by the way. It's one of 2 unskippable cutscenes, especially if you're doing the Proud route. Which, once again, if you're doing standard, you don't need to do this. If you want to feel a little bit safer during your runs, then by all means, but I find that I get by with Oblivion just fine. But we got Divine Rose, so we're going to go ahead and put that on with its 40 strength, and we lose 1 MP, but Oblivion makes Sora only have 5, and that sucks. So we're going to hit that save point, and we're going to make like a tree and go back to the beginning, because we're going to be using Dumbo once again. So I'm going to go ahead and prep him in the menu right now. And we're going to be doing our second Dumbo skip, which you want these guys to spawn in. Go ahead and summon Dumbo. And we're going to try and hightail it to that platform. Now you want to try and be quick because you don't want those guys following you, which is unfortunate because it looks like one of them did. And one of the wizard despawned, but I want one of them guys to attack him because I don't want to attack him. Yeah, you don't want that to happen. You want to be as quick as possible to prevent him from doing that. But we're going to take the elevator back up. And the only menu I've done since Dragon Mail was put on Divine Rose. If you're doing this on standard, you can feel free to pick up Divine Rose and skip Oblivion. If you want a more optimal route, then pick up Oblivion. It's really about finding what's comfortable for you at first. But for Proud, especially since I heard from Mistmaster himself, which at the time of this video does have the world record for Proud, picking Oblivion is like a kamikaze because it's either going to go well at the end game for the run or it's going to go horribly. So I don't recommend Oblivion on Proud until you're definitely high level. Which, I mean, you do lose time picking up Divine Rose, but if it makes my run stable and I can, like, I'm able to complete it without suffering too much, then, you know, it's worth it in my opinion. Especially for practicing getting a better feel of the run. Now right here, we can also put Slapshot back on though, because, actually Slapshot and Hurricane Blast. Because we can take advantage of the extra damage from Slapshot with Divine Rose, since the Behemoth isn't anything to worry about. Now this is where Proud and Standard are going to be a little bit different than Beginner. We're actually going to stop going up for a second and pick up Royal Crown before we continue on. If you don't pick up Royal Crown, you will know at Final Rest why that's a big problem, because you can't nuke those waves of Heartless like you can on Beginner without Royal Crown, because it boosts up our magic and our summon power. So we're going to go over here to this area right below the 2 blocks and grab Royal Crown real quick. I apologize, there's a guy mowing grass outside of my place. But we got Royal Crown, which is great, so we're going to go ahead and dodge roll back down, and we're going to go back up and do another Dumbo skip, which unfortunately I wasted some of my MP fighting that F word earlier. So what I'm going to do is just go through the menu and use one of these guys, a Mega Ether. Now, once again, ideally, you shouldn't have to use anything from your menu. That was just due to my own lack of speed. But we're going to try and do our last Dumbo skip if these Wyverns don't end it for me. But at least the good part about Proud is that you can just die if you need the MP in 2 hits and use that to your advantage. It doesn't count against you in terms of a run. Since you can die all you want, you just can't reload a save or anything of that nature. But we're going to go over here, touch the save point, and it's time. We're going to head over here to Behemoth, Behemoth, or whatever the heck you want to call him. The first one. And now, if you're going the standard route, or you're going like the Pro Gamer Proud route, where you're skipping Divine Rose, what we're going to do over here is try and glide ourselves over here. You would then do 1 fire to get Sora's MP into the yellow, and then we're going to go over here and pick up Oblivion. Now I'm just picking this up to show you guys how to get Oblivion on your way here if you don't choose to get Divine Rose, which I definitely recommend, especially if you're just beginning these 2 difficulties. But if we take a look real quick, Divine Rose is 13 and we have 6 MP. Oblivion is 38 and then we have 5 MP. So we're missing out on 2 bits of damage, and we also lose out on 1 MP, which can be important. But overall, Divine Rose just feels a lot more stable. I'm not sure why Oblivion got the nerf that it did, but it's up to you which one that you want to run with. Obviously, if you're super high level, you'll get Oblivion, because Divine Rose is just a waste of time. The cost of getting Divine Rose in a world record run will cost you a world record, which is why they skip out on that. But this guy right here, you just want to give him a whole bunch of damage. Shouldn't cost you any items. And I somehow got the jump skip, not even on purpose, because he fell down, which is very, very bizarre. I was going to do R's, but he fell down, so. Make sure you want to heal. Make sure you heal. And if he's moving like this, I try to not attack him, because it's very, very easy to fall off with his head being tilted down like that. And as you can see, Sora's damage is finally starting to pick up, which is absolutely great. So he's down, and then we are introduced to our unskippable cutscene. Not this one, the next one. This right here is a good time to take a break, especially during the run. Stretch, depending on where you are and what you're doing. You can even go around and use the potty if you need to. Grab a drink, because we're hitting the end of the world next.
We may never meet again, but we'll never forget each other.
No matter where we are, our hearts will bring us together again.
Besides, I couldn't forget you, even if I wanted to.
What's that supposed to mean?
Hurry! Come and close the keyhole!
Sora, good luck.
Alright, with that done, make sure you're slamming down that triangle button. We got that Fire Ruga upgrade, aka that Fire 3 for all the old school gamers out there. And quickly, what we're going to do right here is make sure Sora's menu is fine, which it is. You could put Sliding Dash on here as well, definitely nothing wrong with that. And then for Goofy, since he has MP Gift, which is amazing, we'll get MP Gift and MP Rage on him, and we'll keep him just like that. So my Goofy has MP Gift, MP Rage, Second Wind. We're going to take off Tornado because we don't want him using the MP. We want him to give it to Sora. So make sure Tornado's off. Make sure Cheer is on. For Donald, we'll have Cheer on him as well. And you can take off Second Wind and give him Leaf Bracer instead. But I'm just going to leave MP Haste, MP Rage, Second Wind, and then Cheer on him. And actually, I'm going to take off Second Wind on Goofy and put on Second Chance. That way he can survive another blow. And then, equipment-wise, just make sure you go ahead and put on a Mega Arts for Sora, because look at that boost in Strength and Defense and HP. That's a nice chunky boost. And we're going to make our way to the end of the world. So we finally hit end game, boys and girls. This is it. This is where the journey ends. Especially if you made it this far in the video series, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I definitely hope the videos helped. If you guys have a question about anything during the run, feel free to let me know. I will gladly talk to you about it and share with you what knowledge I do possess. Once again, I am no pro gamer at this. I've done maybe less than 20 complete runs in both categories, and I'm definitely learning more as I go about this, but I figured I would get some type of guide out there for all the 3 people in the world that want to run standard or proud versus beginner, not hitting on beginner at all. And just like that, I died. Welcome to Proud, boys. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you guys have a Discord, feel free to join mine. That's always going to be in the video description below, and I'll gladly hop in on a stream if you're streaming the game or learning the game, and give you what pointers I can from what I've learned so far. Because I will tell you, the KH community is pretty great. There's a lot of supportive people out there. People don't really get onto you if you're not performing well or as well as they think you can. And everyone's very, very helpful, and at least from my opinion, pretty decent human beings. I mean, I don't know these people personally, but from the ones that I've had a chance in meeting, it's definitely been good times. Definitely a good game to pick up too as a speedrun. And I frickin' Alright, so we're going to make our way to the end of the world, and I keep dying while I'm talking while doing this. But I just want to say, once again, if you made it this far into the video for the walkthrough for Standard and Proud, thank you guys so much for checking it out. I know not many people run these categories because they're super hard, but it just gets me pumped up, especially seeing someone else run these categories, because it is rough, but it's also very rewarding. Not hating on beginner runners at all. But if you guys just wanted to know why I chose Standard and Proud, once again, nothing against beginners. It's just that growing up, that's what I played for KH. Like, KH on the PS2 had normal and expert, which I understand is different from Final Mix. But the same thing applied when I picked up speedrunning this game. I never thought of beginner as an option. When I thought of a speedrun, I thought Standard and Proud. And that's simply why I do it. But if you guys once again have any questions about anything concerning the run, feel free to let me know in the comments below, or join the Discord if you haven't already. And I'm down with answering questions there, either on my own official Discord or the KH Discord. And I will gladly pop into a stream or watch a video or whatever and give you pointers on what I can to help you out in your runs. But we're going to go ahead and end the video here because we made it to end of the world, which is the end of the game. So I will see you guys in the next one.